What's up, too? We are once again prepping for the Checkride. I'll ask you a question, give you a few moments to think about it, and then I'll give you the answer. Pause the video if you want more time to think, and check the links in the description for sources and additional reading. Fights on! Question 1. What is magnetic variation? Variation is the angle between true north and magnetic north. It is expressed as east variation or west variation. When we make our flight plan, we must account for magnetic variation as well as magnetic deviation and wind correction. Be sure to practice using your E6B's wind side to become proficient. Question 2. If your aircraft burns 8 gallons per hour and you fly for 45 minutes, how much fuel do you expect to burn? .45 divided by 60 is 0.75. 0.75 times 8 is equal to 6 gallons. Why is it important to track your fuel burn in flight? Fuel tank indicators are notorious for lying to pilots. Tracking your fuel gives you a much more accurate gauge of remaining fuel and can prevent unscheduled stops along the way. You should get comfortable computing basic math problems as you fly. You can practice on the simulator. Trim for hands-off flight and get good at flying the aircraft while logging your checkpoints, time in the air, fuel burned, and fuel remaining. Question 3. How many satellites does a GPS receiver need to compute its position? You need 4 satellites to determine your latitude, longitude, and altitude, and 5 satellites to perform the RAIM function. Follow-up question. What is RAIM? RAIM stands for Receiver Autonomous Integrity Monitoring, and it is a self-monitoring function performed by the GPS unit to ensure you are receiving adequate signal from the satellite at all times. What happens when you lose RAIM capability mid-flight? If you lose RAIM mid-flight, you can't rely on the GPS unit for accurate position and altitude. It is wise to use multiple navigation sources throughout your flight. Use your GPS, back it up with pilotage, dead reckoning, and VOR navigation. Number 4. Describe the 3 stages of a thunderstorm. The 3 stages of a thunderstorm are the cumulus stage, the mature stage, and the dissipating stage. In the cumulus stage, updrafts cause raindrops to increase in size. Precipitation signals the beginning of the mature stage, and you will encounter up and downdrafts. And the dissipating stage is when the storm is raining itself out. It is characterized by downdrafts. Question 5. What is density altitude? Density altitude is pressure altitude corrected for non-standard temperature. It is the altitude at which the aircraft feels like it is flying. If you imagine diving into a swimming pool, the deeper you swim down, the greater the pressure. You feel the weight of all that water above you squishing you down. If you dive down to the bottom of the ocean, you'll be crushed due to the weight of the water above you. If you can think of the atmosphere as a giant ocean, here at the bottom of our air ocean, we are feeling the pressure of all the air above us. As we rise up in altitude, there is less air pushing us down, and so it is less dense. Because of this, our aircraft will have less air to fly through and generate lift and thrust. Warm, moist air is less dense than cold, dry air. So on humid summer days, our aircraft will feel like it is flying at a higher altitude than actual, and our performance will decrease. Alright, knock it off. Next week, we'll hit another 5 questions. Be sure to study the books in the description, make some flashcards, and quiz yourself. If you want to book some time with me, shoot me a message and we'll get you some good training. If you want more free pilot training, hit that subscribe button to fly my wing. Thanks for watching. See ya!